Hello, people. Welcome to the Freak Show, episode 157. And man, John, what happened? You went to Dragon Con, you come back, and there's chaos everywhere.
The wrestling world went to hell. I mean, is that what you want to start there? You want to start with the wrestling world and the fight heard around the world?
Oh my God, this is like you couldn't even make this up. First of all, you had that press conference, and CM Punk called this.
Let me ask you, what did you think about the press conference? Like, what did you think he was wrong? Do you think he was over the top?
You know what? I think he's frustrated, and I think there's a little beef going on because somebody was reporting that the locker room been in shambles ever since CM Punk left. Like people been arguing. Like it's like pretty much the people that had spot have lost their spot because Tony Khan is bringing all these WWE guys like Daniels. He bring Cesaro. He's bringing everybody. He's bringing a lot of these WWE guys that he wants over. You got Miro. But you also got to think that not everybody's on the show, man. You see a guy 1 week, then you won't see another guy for like 3 weeks. And you see what they're doing for Arthur Ashe? Pretty much the new champion is going to be crowning Arthur Ashe.
I mean, I get it. You got to have consistency. I mean, that's kind of what the issue with the WWE was things weren't consistent. But I also understand that you got guys who have been consistently on TV with WWE for how many years, getting treated like crap. So now that they're going to get a push somewhere else, why would you not push them? I mean, I don't see, Brian Danielson, whatever they want to call him, getting that great of a huge push. He gets TV time, yeah, but he's not Moxley, who's getting, over the top. He's not CM Punk. CM Punk was gone for 10 years. So to put him to the top of the list where he's being a draw, why would you not? Deal with it. I'm sorry, deal with it.
Dude, he's bringing in the money that they didn't have, but check this out. Let me see if I can find it. So you saw what they did. They're going to do a tournament, and in the tournament, so far, Chris Jericho has a bye, Moxley has a bye. So this week they had Hangman Adam Page versus Daniel Bryson, and then you got Sammy Guerrero versus Darby Allin.
Darby Allin, yes, Derby.
How the hell the guy's a fucking walking Derby. That guy, you see how many times he falls down in the crazy stuff that dude,
he's not going to last long. And
I don't mean that to be cripple himself.
I don't mean to be rude, but if you look at Jeff Hardy, what's the one thing he said recently again was he seriously hates that his finisher was the senton because his back is shot from it. I mean, you look at Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan flat said when he first came out, his finisher was a sleeper hold, and he wished he would have stuck with it. He lost 4 inches in his vertebrae due to that many leg drops. Like that doesn't tell you that these guys are putting their bodies through it. I get it.
But how about Nikki Bella? You see Nikki Bella when she was doing that crushing thing, that move? She broke her neck pretty much doing that move. The move that she used to do, the one that she would take people, put on the back, and then fall on her knees. And yeah, she had to change that. She had to change that move because into her back, dude. She lost like something like, I think like some inches of they had to take things. She had a really bad neck surgery. She almost went paralyzed.
For the whole 2 weeks that she did it?
No, she did it. That was her move for a while, for a long time, and she just couldn't do it no more. That's what she changed.
She wasn't doing it as long as Hogan. She was just fragile. That's all. It wasn't doing
it was a pretty back. They were talking. It was a pretty back neck injury. She didn't think she was going to come back after that. It took her like a good 2 years before they even.
But you didn't answer my question. What did you think about CM Punk and what he said at the press conference?
You know what happened with CM Punk? He just went out there. He was frustrated, and he told the truth. He said these people are assholes. They have no idea what they're doing. They couldn't even run. He said they can't even run a target. And then they were saying that he got Colt Cabana fired, which it wasn't true. He wasn't there. You know what? Colt Cabana is just not a guy that they use it. What are you going to use that guy for? Another jobber? You got way too many jobbers now.
Well, yeah. Why was he fired? I mean, first of all, I didn't understand him and the whole Dark Order thing. I didn't understand it at all. But why was he fired? Like, I don't get why.
He wasn't fired. He was put on the Ring of Honors. That's all they did.
So if he's still getting paid, what the fuck is the problem?
He's still getting a paycheck, and he's getting paid. It's like the other thing. How bad is it that that you got the freaking best tag team in the world, FTR, and you got Swirl and Keith Lee that sounds like a mannequin. Dude, that guy Keith Lee, he looks like a monster, but he sounds like a poetic asshole. He is terrible, man.
Yes, I mean, but the problem that's also a problem too with wrestling in general nowadays. They expect everyone to be the best on the mic, like The Rock, and they're not. If that was the case, I mean, Andre was an amazing worker, but Andre really couldn't talk much. Andre would say like 4 words, and that was it. You know, because of the barbarian, the warlord. They didn't talk. They had Ming. Ming did all the talking for them. It was one of the best tag teams out there. So not everyone's got to be, The Rock. Sorry.
And then you got then you got MJF. What's the devil? He was the guy with the corn. He got the corn so he can fight. So he can fight for the title. And they did all that work, right? And then you see what he do on Wednesday Dynamite? He came out there. I'm gonna win the AWA title, and I'm gonna take the title to a real wrestling organization, a real wrestler, and I'm gonna take it to Triple H.
Well, I do love the fact that he came out as a babyface first and was smiling and laughing. And then he's like, "Oh, you shut up!" I was like, "Oh, here we go, here we go." I mean, I had to watch the replay because work has been crazy.
How is work?
Well, it's not busy. Well, everyone's back to school now, so it slows down. But since I've been taking as much time off as I have, because of the Dragon Con, I have to make up the hours for other people. So I'm doing like 9 shifts in 5 days. So
do you want to hear something crazy? Do you see that United's having that problem? If they don't get more gates at Kennedy, they're going to pull out from Kennedy.
Bye.
Because right now you are like Warrior, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're talking about pulling out of Kennedy if they don't give him, because they got dealt. They say that JetBlue and all these people got way too more gates than they do, and they need more. They need more. So
I'll say this much. I can't speak for United. I can speak for JetBlue, and I can speak for Delta because I fly JetBlue once in a while because I have so many points on them because of the credit card, and I do fly Delta as much as I do. Delta is sold out almost every flight. It is very hard for me to fly because I fly free with them, yada yada yada, and it gets difficult. Like I almost didn't make the flight back from Disney with Zach and Gina because they're sold out. JetBlue, on the other hand, especially out of JFK, every flight is like half empty. So can they spare some terminals? I can't say yes or no. What I can say is their flights are very empty. So compared to Delta, we're still at capacity. We're still busy as hell, which is weird.
Dude, but when we went to Fort Lauderdale on JetBlue, that plane was packed, dude.
It was busy, but that was also towards the end of the pandemic. That was very, Florida was still open. It was still the only place open compared to New York City.
Yeah.
But you look at it now, everywhere's open.
Yeah.
I mean, everywhere's open. That's why finally the prices of Key West have gone down to what they should be. Key West was the most expensive place to go visit during the pandemic. Now, I mean, you couldn't get a random hotel room on a Tuesday night below $400 in Key West.
Wow.
$400 on a Tuesday. Now you can get it for like $120, $130, which is what it should have been. It should be. So thank God that's going back to normal. But things are slowly going back. Orlando just is opening, I think this week or next week, a whole new terminal. Call it Terminal C with like 18 and 20 new terminal, new gates.
Wow.
So and they're building more and more. So Florida is going to be a hot spot. Although unfortunately right now their housing is taking a huge hit because people don't realize what mortgages with fixed and variable means.
Yeah, people are getting screwed. So
it's gonna be the Big Short again, buddy. It's gonna be the Big Short all over again with housing.
Oh yeah. So let's go back to this whole thing with Punk. And what do you think of that when you're watching that thing? What do you think? Like he first of all, he started with that reporter, that new Colt Cabana right away. Say, oh, you're talking about this guy. He's talking about me. I haven't talked to Colt Cabana I haven't talked to the man in 10 years. We haven't done nothing. They even tried to sue each other. They did a bunch of stuff. And then he goes, he still got a bank account with his mother. That's why we couldn't sue him.
Well, that's why he said to stop. So this, I unfortunately feel, especially with CM Punk, everyone's like, oh, he's being a little bitch. He's being a little this, he's being a little that. I'm like, dude, look, I've been in, I don't say similar situations like that, but I'm in a situation right now at work where people want to shed light on only the spots that they want to shed light on, not realizing that your side of the fucking room is pretty dirty itself. So you don't want to ring a bell that might draw attention to your own negative shit. So unless you live in a perfectly stone mountain, don't roll boulders like glass houses. Like, and that's unfortunately Hulk Hogan. I think he thought everyone's going to take his side and look at CM Punk as this big guy and yada this and yada that. And Punk's finally like, you know what, bitch, fuck you. Well, let's put all the cards on the table and let him pick and choose. If he was paying his fucking lawyer's bills and medical bills for as long as he was, I'm sorry, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, shut up. I'm sorry. You're a bitch. Shut up.
But you know what? CM Punk, it's been a year. So CM Punk actually brought the company legit, got it legit. People started looking at it, started talking about it. Anytime he went on there, the ratings would go up. And once he got on it, the ratings went down. And it's like, you know what? The guy's a needle mover. The guy's actually proven that. But we also know with CM Punk comes a lot of baggage because he also wanted to be treated a certain way. And some of these guys are like, oh, he was working. He was working with everybody, and then it's, you get your haters, your people that are.
Well, so that's the thing. I'm watching these TikTok videos of, oh, what a year happens with CM Punk, and the year he comes on with new guys. Now it's like, fuck these new guys. I'm sorry, but if you go into a business that you've been busting your ass in like many companies, selling out arenas, and you go to a guy who, yes, sold at Japan, that's great. A lot of guys sold at Japan. And his answer is, I don't take criticism, or I don't take, what did he say? I don't take advice in my life anymore. Who the fuck
but
are
that's
you?
what fucking that's what Heyman and Page say to.
That's what I'm saying. So I have this issue at work now where I have this young idiot who thinks who she is, and she walks into the room and condescendingly says things to people, and I'm like, you're literally 22 years old. I've been working since before you were born. I know this game very well. I play the political game at work very. I've learned to play it very well. I played it badly myself for a long time. If you think you know more than me, enjoy it. And that's what I think Punk was trying to say. Like, these young kids who's trying to explain to them, look, this is the way things should go. And they're like, what do you know? I know more. Then go fuck yourself. Like, I'm sorry. Shut the fuck up. And that's, I think, the only thing that I do miss from old school wrestling about cutting your teeth and putting your dues in, which I hated from day one, is that these guys don't understand. Sometimes you got to show a lot of respect to your elders. You got guys like Dean Malenko back then. I think he said it in the news conference. You got Dean Malenko back there. You got Jerry Lynn back there. You got Jake Snigros back there. You got it's the same thing with WWE. They had all these guys in the background, and you have these new kids playing video games. If I was working there as a worker, as a fucking talent agent, as whatever, I'd be bringing beers or bringing, for Jake Roberts, tea every goddamn day just to pick their brain, just to ask them questions.
Yeah.
How are you not? How do you have the balls to say I don't take advice? What are you, fucking retarded? The minute you're not learning, you're dead.
Yeah. You know what's the best thing I think he said? He said, I actually done something in business. I work at one of the biggest companies. Because when you look at the Young Bucks and Omega, all right, they worked in New Japan, but what have they done in America? They didn't work for anybody big in America. Or
they haven't done shit in America. Young Bucks, unfortunately, the Young Bucks have an ego with the fact they said no to Vince, and they had some of the best selling T-shirts in Hot Topic. All right, cool. Yeah, best selling T-shirts in Hot Topic for about a year and a half.
Yeah,
bro. Like, what else have you done? Like, unless you've done, Hogan sales, you've done, like I saw put a meme out the other day of CM Punk, 2 title reigns, 5 days. Roman Reigns, 700 days. Like, one. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you're comparing the new shit to look at Punk back in the summer of Punk for those 2 years. That man was untouchable.
Yeah, he was great there. And you know what? He was working with the biggest star ever. He was working with John Cena, and both of these guys can hit the mic and they can talk. You know what? People make fun of John Cena, but that man comes to work. That guy can cut a promo. That guy looks like a star. It's the same thing like Austin Theory. Why did they want to get him? They're shitting on him a little bit now because he was Vince boy, but that guy looks like a star, man. If you want a perfect prototype of a wrestler,
he's getting better. He's getting better. I see Theory as Randy Orton was. He's getting better, but I hope they don't burn him out like Randy Orton did. Let's be brutally honest, and even Orton admits it. He was a piece of shit back then. He admitted it.
What do you think they're doing with and God bless him, dude? The Miz is. I still think the Miz. And people make fun of him, but that guy has to pay his due. That guy, you know what? As much as people say the whole thing they're doing right with him right now, but I mean the guy's a total professional. He pays his due, man. People knock him over. Look how great he make Logan Paul look.
I hate to say it, and I'm not comparing him to the Undertaker, but I think over time he's gonna be seen in the likes of Jake Roberts and Taker and this, that, and the other. As far as he doesn't need the belt
No.
to draw an attention, he doesn't need to have the strap on him to put on a show. Right now, what he's doing with Tommaso Ciampa and Dexter Lumis, dude, I think it's great. I think I would love to see them do more of the skits where he's doing something with Maurice because of his Ms. and Mrs. TV show, and there's Dexter Lumis and he shows up. Like I'm loving every minute of it. I gotta tell you, since Vince stepped down and Triple H took creative, that match with Sheamus and Gunther Walter, what do you want to call him?
Oh my God, that
was unreal. That was unreal. That was fucking phenomenal. And that belt means something again. The Bobby Lashley, the U.S. title means something again. Yeah. Like these secondary titles are actually meaning things again.
Dude, I looked at Sheamus and Walt. They looked like they were meat cleavers, man. That thing was. I was holding my chest every time they hit each other. They had a good old fashioned. We just gonna fuck each other up, and that's it. Let's make money.
And what happened? The heel got a standing ovation.
Yeah. It's business, but do you see?
When is that? How many times has that ever happened? Like TLC, the first one I think that happened. Like it hasn't. It rarely happens where even the heel gets a standing ovation, like saying, thank you. That was amazing.
Dude, let me tell you, do you watch World Collide? That kid Carmelo Angelo and Ricochet. Holy shit, they had a great match.
No, I didn't see it.
And that kid Tyler Bates and Braun, they had a great match. All these people had some really good matches, man.
Well, I saw they brought up what's his face, the next to the bloodline. Is he going to be there tonight? You think?
Oh yeah, there tonight. That was great. That he just took the thing and no, there's another one.
Well, did you hear why they had to bring him up?
Why?
Because the Usos couldn't go overseas.
Oh,
because of the DUIs.
Oh, that makes sense.
They couldn't go. They couldn't work because Jay still has his case for drunk driving.
Oh, that's why they couldn't go to Canada either. Canada don't let people in with drunk driving. That's pretty funny.
That's what I'm worried about. I want to go to Canada, but I don't know if I can.
What do you think about what do you think about the promo that Moxley did after with him and MJF?
I mean, unfortunately, they can't say much, and this is the one thing so when they showed Tony Khan and he got booed the shit out of the stadium, there's only so much that he can legally say. If this is not a work and it's real, he can't say, "Hey, we're firing CM Punk on national television," because then it becomes a legal thing.
Yeah.
So there's only so much the man can and can't say. So again, all these smart marks got to calm down.
You know what the thing with CM Punk, it doesn't matter. He got hurt in that match.
Yeah.
When he got hurt, he separated his shoulder, so there was no way he was going to have to give up the title anyway. Is he's getting fragile because he's older? Because dude, so far 2 title matches, got hurt twice. Like it's a breakdown of the body, man. He's getting a little older. He's not the same, and he can't be doing the stuff that he used to do.
Well, he shot at his foot. He said his foot was during the interview. He was saying how his foot was just like decimated in like 8 places. Like that's crazy.
Oh, it sounded horrible the way. And who you think's gonna win the title out of this tournament?
Tournament. Honestly, I hope Brian takes it.
I'm thinking Brian, man. You can have Brian take it and wrestle these young guys, and then you can have the build up for him and MJF, and then
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I want to see Brian versus MJF. I think that'd be a great match. They're styled similarly, body wise, and MJF is the asshole who will go after his family, after his wife, after his kids. He's that asshole who will go after the veganism of him. So I would really love to see that.
Oh, how about if they go with freaking Daniel and Moxley, like the end of the what's it called, the Liverpool Combat Club?
Yeah, but I've seen that before. I don't want to see it again.
I think that wouldn't be bad because who you gonna put the title? Like, are they really gonna try to put the title on Moxley again?
I mean, I hope not. I mean, and the man's got out of rehab. Fucking overwork him now like a workhorse. Like, come on. I really think they should just stick it on MJF and call it a day. The problem with MJF is he's becoming like Austin was, where like his shoot interview with fire me Khan, you piece of shit. Everyone saw that as like Austin versus McMahon, and I'm like, and I can't disagree with them. That's a great way of going. If Tony's going to keep getting booed, he might have to come out as that McMahon heel owner character.
Do you see Warlord where he came out and say I'm losing momentum. They haven't really been putting me with people. I'm not on TV.
Yeah, they
FTR.
They decimates people. Like, come on, man.
You gotta put that guy on, man. Like that guy's like a solid worker too. The other thing is, dude, the Acclaim. How good is the Acclaim?
Dude, they're getting over left and right. It's funny.
How funny was it when the guy was going to rap and swerve, stopped him, and he almost got booed out of the building, man.
but I think they kind of had to, because you can't have them discussing what happened and they can't not discuss it. So how do they do that? So you have Swerve come in and everyone just boos the shit out of him. Now I'm shocked he's still there. That Hit Row is open. The Hit Row went back. I'm like, all right, where are we going with this one now?
Yeah, but they got hit. The only one they don't have is Swerve. You know who they can put in that? They could put that freaking guy. They could put that guy and make Carmelo Angelo the leader of Hit Row. I'm the one behind this. I'm the one, and you move him up. But he got the North American title and is doing good. That guy's a bona fide freaking star. There's so many people NXT got that you can pretty much pull right now, and they can become stars. And then you got Johnny No Face, Johnny Wrestling.
Johnny Gargano, yo, come on.
No, dude, man, that guy's tiny, man. I want to see him and almost fight.
Oh my lord! I almost just throw him. Yeah, but Rey Mysterio's small too, though. You see Dominic now; he's a real man now. He went from Pinocchio to a real boy.
Dude, how much you want to bet that freaking he's gonna wind up marrying that woman? Ripley. How much you want? They hang out enough together, or he's gonna be like Edge. He's gonna bang like with freaking Edge was banging Lita while Matt was out. You're gonna see that guy. She's gonna be her. She's gonna be his poppy, his mommy. He's gonna be his mommy.
Somebody put a photo of that. They superimposed his head on Edge's and her head on Lita's when they had the hot sex ceremony, and I was like, this is so stupid. No, she's engaged. I think she lives in the city. She lives in Chelsea. You know that, right?
Yeah,
she's engaged.
Dude, do you see the no? Ain't she going out with Murphy? I think.
I don't know. Maybe I know she was dating some black dude in Chelsea, but maybe I do. I don't get that deep into the relationships. I don't give a fuck.
But you see how this freaking guy just like Malachi Black got his release.
A conditional release, whatever the fuck that means. Well, I'm not sure what a conditional release means. Yeah, I think he was like leaving for mental health issues. Like, where's his wife? I haven't seen her really out there doing much.
Maybe she's leaving him. That's what he needs.
she got the Queen of the Ring, and then that was kind of like, all right, that's good, bye. Like,
but they gave it to Xavier Wood, and he doesn't no longer come out with the King stuff no more. It's like they killed that whole thing.
I think he wants out of it. They were at Dragon Con, and I missed them. I was pissed. They go to Dragon Con every year. I fucking love it.
Oh, they wear costumes too.
Yeah, they go full. So they came out Monday as like Thor and his Thor and stuff. It was great. Dude, they're uber geeks. They're awesome. Yeah, I know. It's a rumor I heard was that he's tired. He wants out. So I'm like, I mean, with Big E out, I think forever. I don't know what's gonna happen. I haven't heard any updates about him either, which I feel horrible about.
No, I think Big E will come back. I don't think he's out forever. What? So Xavier Wood want to leave WWE?
Supposedly, that's the rumors.
I don't know. I think, dude, those guys had that fight with the Viking Raider. They were beating each other up like lunatics, man.
I'm glad that they brought the Raiders back as like true heels. Yeah. That they're not this funny little ha ha ha. No, bring them back as monsters. Have them fuck some shit up. Although I do find it hysterical that Braun came back and ran through and decimated the entire tag team division. Again, why the tag teams again? Is he gonna find another referee's kid to bring in and go here, have a belt, bitch? Like, come on.
Oh man, that was too funny. He brought that kid Nick.
It was so dumb. It really was dumb. And to me, I'm sorry because we were at that WrestleMania in New Orleans. It really, in my opinion, brought the tag team division so far down the chain when you're like, this one man can beat up two people. Like, fuck you. Like, but again, if you're doing it to build Braun as this big beast,
yeah,
so that he kills everyone, I get it. But when you're just doing it him to make him as that mid Carter, nah, I'm sorry. There's no reason to destroy an entire division for one man.
But you know what it is? Triple H is big on tag team. That's what the Usos have been so good. You know, the fighting and stuff. Like, let me tell you, those guys. That match between the Street Profits and the Uso was a great match.
Yeah.
And how many great matches have been these guys, the New Day and the Usos have? Like, they had some great matches, but what do you do with them? You know, you almost got to separate them and let them go on their way.
Yeah, but so what do? You send Braun Strowman down to murder everyone, and he missed one of them. He missed Chad Gable with his choo choo train. I was like, wow, you completely missed him on that one, bro. But I mean, I gotta tell you, the man looks phenomenal. But then now, all right, so let's say he goes into the tag division. Who does he go with? Because EC3 ain't coming back.
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna put him in the tag. I just think he just did that to make a big comeback. But though they say he's gonna be on SmackDown tonight.
Yeah.
You know, you can put him as Roman Reigns' next challenger. You can make him, or you can put him, or you can fucking have Karrion Kross take him out and choke him out or something.
Well, I'm dying to see if Wyatt's coming back.
I don't think he's coming back.
Dude, that place would lose their fucking minds if they saw him come in.
And do you bring him back as the Fiend or as Bret Wyatt?
I think you bring him back as a Funhouse.
The Funhouse without the Fiend.
Well, the Fiend's there, but you gotta bring that Funhouse back first.
The Funhouse that was great. That was the best thing.
Dude, all of it was great. I mean, you can't bring Bray Wyatt back because, in my personal opinion, again, I can be wrong. You know, Brody's gone. You know, the reason Bray Wyatt worked so well was it was the Wyatt family. You had Brody, you had, Eric the Red, and you had even with Braun when they had Braun as the fourth. Without Brody, I think it doesn't work honestly as much. I'm sure they can replace him with somebody else, but I just don't. I don't see it unless he's starting a whole new family. Which
if you had Braun and Red there, you know what? That would make a legit Wyatt family.
Yeah, but is Braun Breaker going to want to be that twisted outlawed backwater idiot? No, he wants to be like his dad.
Yeah, they did a little bit of that this week. It's just that he got down and started barking. I think when they move him up to the main roster, I think they're gonna get that Braun Breaker name and they're gonna call him. They should call him like freaking like Rob Steiner or something. Something like just call him. You know what? This is who I am. I'm a Steiner. I'm a suplex machine. I'm gonna be just like my dad. I'm a dog face gremlin. You bring him up like that, and dude, that guy's a legit star in the NXT. That guy, you know what? He's still a little green, but he's wrestling. He's putting on good matches. He's wrestling other better guys that make him look good. And he's just a strong, powerful guy that you put him in the main roster. Dude, that guy be headlining WrestleMania in like 2-3 years.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He'd be like a Dave Bautista. Absolutely. Well, I shadow it out.
Look at Batista. Do you see Disney Plus Day yesterday? How much stuff they had put up on Disney Plus? They put the Pinocchio movie.
I saw Pinocchio. I saw Thor: Love and Thunder, and I saw a 10-minute trailer for Andor. I didn't see anything else.
That was good. That show's gonna be. You know when that show comes out? It's the 21st, and they're gonna have 3 episodes when it comes out.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's the first 3 we put out. I saw that Season 3 came out. I gotta start watching that. I haven't caught it. I started with Dragon Con. Dragon Con took up 2 weeks prior to my life. Took a week prior to my life. A week of my life at Dragon Con, and now 3 days post, I'm still recovering from all of it.
Dude, you know what was great? Did you watch What We Do in the Shadow? The season finale was fantastic.
Oh, that's what it was? The season finale?
Yeah, Colin Robinson is back.
Well, yeah, I saw that.
That was great.
Really, I didn't realize that was over. Well, that sucks because there wasn't that many cameos this year.
They did. They had a lot of cameos in the beginning. They had Sophia Coppola get her head ripped off.
Yeah, I mean that was funny, but I mean I wanted like cameos. I wanted like Luke Skywalker cameos where he plays a great character and he's running around doing stupid shit.
Yeah, dude, but Disney Plus, holy moly, they got a lot of stuff coming out. You know what's actually pretty good that I got into? The House of the Dragons. It's like
I watched
an
the first
apology.
episode. Yeah.
It's like an apology for what they did to the freaking Game of Thrones with that ending.
Well, I watched the first episode. I gotta watch the second one today. I watched the first one. It was good. It was good. I haven't watched the second or third one yet. Like I said, I've been so wrapped up with everything else. I still got to catch that because Baba Voss is good.
Dude, the new Lord of the Ring was not that good. It was kind of boring.
I haven't watched it, but I heard everyone shitting all over it.
It's not that good. Only if they're building up a story. There was a lot of talking, not too much going on, and it was like, okay, where are you guys going with this? It was kind of lame. I hate to say that.
Where are we going with this?
Dude, they spent like $1 billion. I heard they spent like a ridiculous. It's like $100 million, $100 million per episode. What the fuck?
I did hear it's a lot of money.
It gotta get better.
I will say so. Have we done the show since I went to Disney?
Yeah, we did one show at 7B.
I don't know if I brought this up then, but speaking of money being well spent, I think someone told me they spent like $75 million to build the new Guardians ride. It is phenomenal. It is amazing. The story is amazing. I watched Thor Love and Thunder again, and the one scene where he's leaving the reason I brought it up was the one scene him leaving the Temple of the Gods. Seeing the Celestials there, like they're pushing the Celestials a lot now, and I'm trying to figure out why.
You know why? Because there's going to be a bunch of them appearing.
Yeah, like where though? I heard the Eternals 2 is still a go, but I don't understand why. That first movie sucked.
You know what the problem is? It doesn't matter. It sucks. As long as each movie makes close to like $200-300 million, they're good, man.
Yeah, but still though.
On story, and now with the channel, you don't even have to put in the movie. You can just put on the channel. People will watch it. It'll still revenue some what's it called? Some money.
Did you see the new trailer for Black Adam?
Yes, phenomenal. That's going to be very good.
And that's soon too, right?
That's soon. I think that's supposed
to be November?
In November or October. You also got Wakanda coming out. The Black Panther 2.
That's November.
I think that's the last movie of Marvel for this year. I think Marvel tried to take out 3 movies per season.
Well, they're shitting on that because of the way that Namor looks, which I think is just dumb.
Somebody fat shaming.
They're shitting all over She-Hulk, which
I love it.
I mean, I like the She-Hulk. I like where they're going with Blonsky. If the rumors are true, the angle they're going with him, I would love to see that. I don't like is when the writer is giving her interviews and the way she's just shitting all over Kevin Feige and her women empowerment bullshit. She's coming off very Brie Olsen-esque. What the fuck her name is?
Which one? The writer?
The writer of She-Hulk. She's like talking about womanism and feminism and we need. It's like, bro, chill the fuck out. Stop ramming your political agenda. Like, just write a good show and have a good show. Like, what the fuck?
Let me tell you, I kind of just like the show, but I just think it's too short because it always leave me wanting more. By the end of it, I'm like, damn, what else could happen? And then they do the cartoon, and then they always have like that little short thing, like 30 seconds of something happening. And I do like she's like a little bit like Deadpool. She breaks the third wall and she talks to the people. Well, here's
the fourth wall, yeah. Well, I mean, but that's what she did in the comic. That's why it's kind of funny.
Yeah, I kind of love that. But you know what's funny? As bad, this thing is following some comic storyline. They just put them all together,
Well, yeah, they brought the Wrecking Crew in. I want to find out how the Wrecking. I did think it was a little weird that they were such bitches, though. Like the Wrecking Crew in the comic weren't great, but they weren't that bad. And I really want to see who they're trying to steal her blood for.
I think we'll see. I think we'll get more of a story later about that because I don't think that's the last time we saw them. And they're going to be a little bit more, they're going to be a little bit more prepared.
Well, I think the rumor is that Blonsky's just doing this to get out of jail, and that he's going to become. But then I don't get how Wong or why Wong used him. Like it doesn't make sense.
You know what? I think they're going with him. I think they're going because I think they're going to do the whole Thunderbolts thing.
No, I get that, but why? But Wong's story was that he wanted to fight the strongest being, and that's this, that, and the other. But then if you watch Shang-Chi, in the movie, he says, I got to talk to you, Emil. What did we discuss about pulling your punches? So if you wanted him pulling his punches to make it look a good show, then why? It just doesn't make sense to me. It's like I don't understand where we're going with this.
I guess they just wanted to wrap that little storyline of him going out and fighting and got caught and this and that. So I think that's all it was, wrapping the storyline and how he got out of jail.
Well, that sucks. Don't write yourself into a corner and then back yourself out badly. That's horrible.
Juan was in the other episode, and he was great. And then he had the drug girl. I love the drug girl. She was just like Hammer.
Well, so that's the other thing too. The guy's name was something Emil Blaze or Jockey. So they're saying it might be related to Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, wasn't his name? I thought his name was Johnny Blaze.
No, it was like a Mark Blaze. It was something to Blaze. It wasn't Johnny Blaze though. That's why they're like, and then she mentions how she met a demon who she can't say it. So like that's very very much so Mephisto and Ghost Rider storyline right there. Like just very quickly thrown in there. Like, oh hey, here you go.
Yeah, I had to make a deal with a demon. She had like some gargoyle when she came out of the portal and threw it out. Nobody even say anything about that. It was pretty funny.
Well, that's what I was watching. I watch all of the YouTube videos. I'm like, that really. I kept saying something Blaze. I'm like, watch Johnny Blaze. Like that's that's the Ghost Rider. And then when she said, with this demon, I had to make a pact with, so he doesn't kill my whole family. I'm like, that's Mephisto, man. Like you're giving a lot of Easter eggs here for Ghost Rider, and Kevin Feige mentioned that in one of his post-con speeches was that the Ghost Rider and the Midnight Suns after the video game coming out, like all those guys with Blade and Black Knight. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very, very interesting to see what direction they're going.
Wow, yeah, because they are bringing in a lot of things to the table, and it's like, wow, how are they doing that, man?
Daredevil's gonna have 16 episodes. It says
18 episodes.
Is it 18?
Yeah,
that I can't wait for.
I think it's gonna be like 9 episodes, and then they're gonna have like a little break, and then another 9 episodes right away. Because they need to start doing stuff like that with the Disney. Why have a channel if you got to wait every couple of months for another show to come in? They should just be doing back to back, or even having 2-3 shows at the same time.
Now, what do you think they're going to announce at D23, which is right now?
I don't know, but they had the Disney thing and the Disney day yesterday, Disney Plus day. So right now, if you get Disney Plus for the first month, you can get it for $1.99.
Yep. $2. Well, no, in the Disney, if you were in Florida, I think I want to be if California did it too. You got into the parks an hour early, and you got a ton of free stuff if you had a Disney. If you could prove that you had a Disney Plus fucking subscription.
Oh yeah, that's nice. The other, you see what came out today? Cobra Kai came out today.
I didn't watch the last season, so
it's good stuff. I saw the first couple of episodes, and they're building up the story. It's pretty good what they're doing.
Cobra Kai, not Cobra Khan, you fuck.
Cobra Kai. It's pretty good, Cobra Kai. Like Johnny is still he's a fantastic character.
Well, when I saw when they brought back the other guy from the third one, I'm like, now I kind of want to watch it, but trying to get time with the mermaid to sit and watch TV, she gets antsy, and then it's like I just want to watch a couple of shows. Like stop trying to figure out more shit for us to do.
Oh man, it's great stuff. There's a lot of stuff coming out now. The new Stargirl pretty good so far. A couple of episodes.
I know it's out yet. See, it's nothing I gotta watch.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's so much stuff right now, and you know what it is. The new season of TV starts now in September, so a lot of shows are coming back. Even Supernatural is going to have a prequel with the father and mother now. How the father and mother met.
Really?
Yeah, they're doing a whole other thing. Dude, that show lasted 15 seasons on TV. Think about that.
Well, I know it stopped, and then the fans clamored and brought it back. So.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, it lasted 15 seasons, like hundreds of episodes, man. Like you could get this in syndication. You could play a different episode every day for the whole year until you go back to start over.
Well, that's why actors, for those who don't know that about syndication, that's why actors love when it hits that 100th episode of a show, because after 100 episodes, you can technically get put in syndication. When you get put in syndication, you're guaranteed that's your retirement. Like, especially I can explain it to anybody, who doesn't understand, like, the entertainment business is syndication is retirement, because whenever they play your episode, you have to get paid. So that's guaranteed money for the rest of your life. I think it was like Ice-T said it. Ice-T said that he pays every single one of his bills with his just syndication rights from Law and Order. Like, that pays all his bills for his entire year.
Yeah.
All his houses, all his, like, everything. And everything he makes after that is just money he spends for fun.
That's pretty good, man. Getting something.
Have you seen his wife?
Coco?
Could you imagine the bills he must have?
Oh, man.
So think about how much money his syndication checks gotta be with a wife like that.
Yeah, they gotta be.
She is phenomenal.
Yeah, but but you know what? She got a good thing going, So why even fucking try to fuck it up,
Bro, she's hot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's a good looking woman. She is.
I'm respectively saying that because I don't want to get shot. You know what I just saw? Speaking of him, I just watched Day Shift on Netflix.
Oh, Day Shift was pretty good with Jamie
Foxx. That was phenomenal. I'm not even gonna lie. I was not expecting that to be as good as it was. That was the soundtrack was phenomenal.
Yeah,
and it was written well, and it was a really good movie.
Dude, do you realize that was the woman's grandmother, and that's what those men probably went after him at the end?
It was her daughter.
Oh, that was her. Oh, was that her daughter?
That was her daughter. Yeah, if you pay attention to the ones, he's like, he goes, how was that her daughter? He goes, well, they got separated when she was like 6 or 7, and by the time she found her, she was an old woman. That's what she changed. That's when she turned her.
Oh shit! All right.
That's why she said, you took my daughter, so I'm gonna take yours.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah. Oh man, that was like holy shit. That because he was like, oh, I thought it was the.
But they left it very, very open ended. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh yeah.
Because they mentioned the other guy, the Spanish guy that she was on a phone call with. They mentioned him like 3 times in the movie about he's the oldest, he's the eldest, he's the this, he's the that, and then they never wrapped that story up. They kind of just left it open.
Yeah, they did. No, because if it does good enough, they'll probably do a sequel. You know that?
I can't see it not doing well. Even Franco is good in it.
Yeah, the
little one,
one,
not the gaslighting one that likes to.
He was actually pretty good in this. He was very good in it, and Snoop Dogg was great.
He was funny, but I mean, him as a cowboy, come on.
They had to do something with the dog, man. So, you know what's the other thing that's coming out? Bad Batch is coming out soon.
Oh, season 2 or season 3 now?
Season 2. They're doing it right now, man. You know what? I've been watching Rebels, and man,
is it your first time seeing it or no?
No, I see it. I'm just revisiting because there's so many things that they throw into you. And there's the episode where Princess Leia came and her ships kept getting stolen.
Yep.
And the reason she was playing because they do some storylines of that stuff that you're like, wow, man. So
that's one reason I love Bad Batch was they tied up that whole Camino story, tied up so much shit of like, all right, you had episode 2 where they go to Camino and get these clones. What the fuck happened to them? And showing what happened and how they destroyed everything and how the Emperor's like, you know what, fuck the clones, I'm done with them. That was just amazing. Just again, Dave Filoni and now fucking what's his face, Jon Favreau. The work they're doing with Lucas is just, and the stories are just, they're phenomenal. And I really wish they would go and do an Old Republic and do Darth Revan, his duty.
I think they're really going to touch that soon. I think they're planning to do I think the next movies, if they do a trilogy, I think it's going to be like the Old Republic. Oh, another lightsaber.
No, this is my old one. This is Darth Revan's.
Oh yeah.
This one's cool as hell because when you press both buttons, no, that's both. I mean, I don't know how it works. supposed to hit both, and it turns it to purple, but I guess it doesn't work for me. Oh, there it goes. Whoa!
Oh yeah, there it goes, purple.
No, I did get 2 more lightsabers, unfortunately. I got nowhere to put them right now. I got Cal's and I got Darth Sidious, and they're absolutely gorgeous.
Oh yeah, wow, Darth Sidious. Now you're getting some people.
It's a little one, yeah. Hang on, I gotta show you. It's. I bought it and I was like, so I had to get Cal's because Cal's is huge. That's what she said. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, this one. This thing is just absolutely gorgeous.
Wow, that's nice.
I mean, the detail ship in this is fucking just, it's unreal. And it's absolutely just, it's elegant and it's gorgeous. And I hate saying that about, a lightsaber. But Cal's is just, and Cal's supposed to be double-sided, which is why I only got one. I want to get another one eventually. But this thing is just absolutely tremendous. Ugh.
Oh, shit.
It is huge. Look at the size of this thing.
That's giant, man. That's big, man.
It's supposed to be double-sided. So when I saw it, I was like, I gotta get it. And then I was like, all right, next time I go, I'll get another one. I'll put those up somewhere.
Yeah,
I'll find somewhere.
What, you got like 8 up there right now?
I have too many. Oh, I think I just broke this thing too. God damn it. I have I think I just broke my stand. You son of a gun. Yeah, I'll try to fix it. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 now, 2 on the floor. Well, 3 on the floor, so I have 10. No, 11, 12.
Well, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I like lightsabers.
That's a lot.
I'm hoping once I move to Florida, I'll have more space to put them up with more mirrors.
Yeah, Florida, man. Talking about Florida, you know what? It might not be a bad time to hit that place because if people don't pay their houses and stuff.
So, well, the foreclosures are going through, which is, I feel bad. I don't want to see anyone lose their houses, but like I said, it's going to be another shortage of houses, the fucking big short again. I'm bummed. A buddy of mine, and I didn't know this, I'm pissed. He just got transferred to Orlando for Delta, but for seasonal. So all he's got to do is work for 3 months, and then he's off for the rest of the year. Oh. And he keeps his full benefits.
Oh, that's good.
I was like, when I heard him say that, I wanted to strangle him. I'm like, dude, you should have told me. I would go to Florida, work 3 months, and then bartend for the next 9. And you keep your seniority. You keep everything. I was like, dude, that would have been amazing. With free flights for the year.
Yeah, that's pretty good. If it's 3 months you can fly, that's a good benefit for the job, and then you just get another job on the side.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
How has the bar business been in New York City? I heard it's not been great because it's the end of the season, and
yeah, you know what? The last 2 months, they always get that weird thing that, you know what, it slows down, but it'll be picking up by this week, especially with football. Yesterday, the game was great. So, you know what? People be coming out. Football started, and you know what? Everything goes back. Now you got college football on Saturday. There were people out for college football on Saturday, believe it or not. So, you know what? Everything gets like the end of the summer is always like the worst. Like you know, August and February are the 2 worst time in the bar business.
How was the game great, bro? Didn't they get blown out like 31-10?
I mean, it was good to see, and it was good to see Buffalo be so strong and come out there and just beat up on the world champions, the Super Bowl champion. They went to their house and they lit them up like a Christmas tree. It was like, I think the finals. It was like, what was it? 31 to
10, I think. Yeah,
ass whipping.
Sounds like I think it's a good game. Like that was a molestation, yo. That was like, ooh.
I was watching Ohio State beating up on Notre Dame, and that some of the people, Notre Dame people, are not happy. The problem with Notre Dame, it's a college that's like, yeah, everybody loves it, but who cares? The only reason they rank anyway is because they had that stupid contract with the TV, but that's not a good. They'll probably never win again just because every team called up to them.
Rudy ain't there no more. Move on.
No, and then the other thing if they had a playoff when they won that national championship, like they had a playoff, they probably would not even make it to the national championship. I'm glad that they have a playoff, and you got to play in the national championship. Before they didn't have that. It was like the 2 best team. You had all the bowl game, and then you play, and that's it. You went right in. So if you were number 1 and number 2, pretty much you will play for the national championship.
Yep.
Now you can get a number 4 winning the whole thing because they came from behind,
And trust me, sometimes it's good to come from behind.
And you know what they won? Football really won. They're going to get rid of all those bowl games, so they're going to do a 12 team soon.
I heard about that.
College football's going to do 12-team playoff, which it's going to be like the NFL. Everything's going, even baseball. And baseball now, more team can make it to the playoff because of the wild card. It's insane. So the 2 best record get a bye. Then you have this weird wild card, and then you have the playoff. How much money could these people are making money on top of money?
So there's a great action documentary I was watching I watched a clip for it on Netflix about the referees for the NBA, and he's like, he was doing a game against the Bulls, and he was like you can't call that call, but it's a legit call. It's like a spinning move. He goes, yeah, you can call it everyone else, but don't call it on Michael Jordan. No one wants to see Michael Jordan sit on the bench. No one, and he kept saying no one wants to see these big name players sitting down, so you can't call as much stuff on them as everyone else. He goes, that's not fucking how the game is.
Yeah, but that's the way. You know what? That was point shaming. There was a whole thing with that.
It's corrupt.
And people got fired. Look, you want to talk about corruption? Look at FIFA, the soccer. How the hell did Saudi Arabia? How the hell did these guys get the freaking contract to have the World Cup there? And now, not only that, you moved the World Cup to November.
Is that what it is now?
You're going to have football, basketball, everything's going to be in really, and then you're going to have the World Cup on top of that. It's going to be a crazy November.
Be a lot of drunks.
November, December. And now on top of that, you can't have the Premier League or this, so these other football leagues are going to have to wait until this whole tournament is done. It's insane.
So the question we have before we get going, it's running late here. Who is your motherfucker of the week?
My motherfucker of the week is totally Mr. Khan, because you got to keep. I can't believe you sat there and you let one of your employees just rip the company apart without even saying or cutting the shit off or doing something. Which told me, dude, you have lost control. The inmates are fucking running the asylum, and dude, you should have stopped. You should have stopped the whole thing. You think he's gonna keep doing this after the show? Press conference after every pay-per-view. I think after this, he learned his lesson and be like, let's get the hell out of here.
You know what he looked like to me? A battered wife. Bitch, sit up and sit down. I'm going to beat you. And I don't mean it to be funny, but he looked like a battered wife. Like, he didn't say a word. He was like, okay.
You know what? You know why? Because he was high as fuck. That guy probably did so much cocaine up his nose that he was high as fuck. He was high. He was high, man. When you look at his eyes all beady. He was like, oh, yeah.
Look at a lawsuit.
Dude, the guy looked like a fiend. It was terrible. The guy
how do you know what a cocaine high looks like?
I can tell. And that motherfucker was slumped up, dude. And that wasn't it might have been weed, but that guy definitely did. Dude, to have a fucking a 12-hour show and then have to have a press conference, it's insane.
Maybe he was doing that. Maybe he was doing Adderall, or maybe he was drinking Red Bull. Give him wings.
Something. But that motherfucker was high because at one point he's like, he had no idea where he was.
What was he like?
And then he looked at Punk at one time and he looked like he wanted to say something. But I think Punk would have just been smacking.
That's what I'm saying. It was like a battered wife. Like, don't just I tell you that.
Like, and then the thing with the title, he tried to put the title on him. It was and Punk is there eating his little muffin. Oh, this is from Sylvia. I'm cutting.
Cut up promo, but then they close Mondays and Tuesdays. I'm like, who gives a shit they close Mondays and Tuesdays? Get to the point.
Dude, how great was that? Dude, how about the Queen dying?
Yeah, we didn't even touch about that.
Do you see the guy that freaking, I think on English News, took a shot because she died? He said he said something, the witch is dead, and took a shot and people lost their damn mind. Savage.
People losing their minds. I mean, it's we got to go back eventually to normal basic decency, because sooner or later people are going to start. Like, you go to Chicago, people are going to start just shooting everyone, and it's like, come on. Over the weekend, there was 19 more murders or some shit. Like, it's getting crazy, man.
Dude, but look in New York. So 2 days that school is back. In Brooklyn Park, 2 kids got one kid got shot yesterday. Today, another kid got shot. It's amazing.
Welcome to Brooklyn.
It's amazing. It's amazing how this happened. And then you got Mr. You got Teddy Long, Peanut Head, that runs the freaking city. That guy's useless. He might be he might be De Blasio 2.0.
No.
He just like to walk around and put his face. Hey, yeah, I'm here. I'm doing. You ain't doing shit. He's terrible, dude.
He's not as bad as Blasio, though. No one's as bad as him.
No, but he's getting there. And then he said he want to do. Are people in New York City, people that run for office in New York City, are delusional? That guy's talking about running for president 2024. Nobody knows you.
Who's that? Fucking De Blasio? Oh, he's retarded.
No, not freaking Eric Adams. Do you really want to put the fate of the world on somebody that doesn't eat meat and chicken? Oh, he is vegetable. I would not put the fate of the world on that motherfucker. If you don't know how to eat, you can't run for president. Hell no.
You can't be president. Hell no.
Can't be president. Because this guy is a vet. You know, his head is already warped, whatever kind of idea he's had. Who the hell knows? And all he said, we're getting more cops. We're getting more cops. And the more cops they say they're getting, the more people getting shot. It's amazing. It's savage out here.
Well, they got to get more cops because how many retired or how many took leave of absence?
Oh, man, yeah. A lot of guys ain't coming back, especially with what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what? If you're there 22, 23 years and you have a pension, you know what? You're better off packing it up and saying sayonara and get the hell out of there.
Absolutely.
Before shit really hits the fan.
All right, so where are you going to be this week?
I will be at the International Dive Bar working Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Make sure people come early Sunday for the first Jet game because it does get packed for Jets football. People, you know what's bad as they've been the last couple of years, people still want to watch it, which is amazing to me.
Of course. They're hoping for that one great season. I'll be at work. I'm working... Let's see. What's today? Today's Friday, right? I'm working 6 more shifts in the next 3 days.
Yeah, like
so I'm gonna be fried.
Anthony's birthday is the 16th, I think.
What does he plan on doing?
I don't know. He was thinking of maybe going to Atlantic City for a day or two. So, because I could go from Atlantic City right now today, and I'll pay for a room until October 6th.
That's awesome.
That's how many comps I got.
Yeah.
It's insane.
We gotta do a New Orleans trip. I'm telling you, I think all of us there will just be. You missed the mermaid trip. That trip was amazing.
Oh yeah.
I got a balcony, and we just sat on Bourbon Street throwing beads out.
Yeah.
It was unreal.
How was the mermaid parade this year?
It was good. It was quiet. It was quiet until later in the day. But it was very. I mean, I was shocked at how quiet it was. Like we got a spot right at the bar, right with seats. It was eerily quiet.
You know what it is? Most years I don't go to it, but then I see so many pictures on Facebook of the parade. This year, not too many people put picture up. It wasn't like that many.
It was quiet. There wasn't that many people there.
Damn, that's amazing, man.
But we'll figure it out. But next week I should be in the city. I'm off, and I get my new schedule hopefully this week. We'll see what happens on for the next 6 months of my life with my schedule.
All right. Hopefully everything's good, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. Another great show. And remember, people, don't get drunk.
Get lumped up.
We'll see you next time.
Later, fuckers.
Toddy ho.